now they're on their way, Newcastle United and Arsenal, led out by the referee, Jared Gillett, the Australian. Last visit to St James's Park was for the win over Nottingham Forest, which was in February. This is a big day because they need another Premier League victory. They've only won one this season in the 5 matches they've played so far. 90 seconds played in a noisy St James's Park. Rice, who takes so many of their set pieces from this near touchline. Newcastle just at the edge of the D. Rice curls it towards the penalty spot. It's a header connected. Arsenal goalkeeper from the edge of the penalty area. It's high and long and dropping onto the head of Malik Chow, who gets it away. Joelinton tries to flick on. Zubimendi, the Spanish midfielder, out to this near side, and Timber, the fullback. Dangerous cross, flicked away by Byrne, brought down by Eza.
Good save.
With a huge save.
Good save.
Only 5 minutes played, but Nick Pope called into action early to divert Eza's left-footed shot just past the post when it seemed as though Arsenal were going to take the lead. Clipped up by Botman towards Voltemada, who ducks out of the way, and Gordon tries to get on the ball, which just kept going. And Arsenal play it forwards, but straight to Byrne. And now Nick Voltemada, a chance to run into the penalty area. He's laid it off to Gordon. Gordon tackled by Rice, but he's got it back. Now Byrne up from fullback. Stands up the cross. Half cleared by Calafiori, brought down by Murphy. Edge of the penalty area, far side. Jacob Murphy's cross. Byrne trying to get on the end of it. It's a corner. Headed behind by Timber, under pressure from Big Dan Byrne. Newcastle losing possession quite cheaply. Arsenal looking for Saka. Chow gets his body in the way. Oh, and the back pass. Gyökeres under the challenge of Pope. It's going to be a penalty. Penalty for Arsenal. Jared Gillett points to the spot. Newcastle dealt with the first ball, but then it went back, and Gyökeres ran onto it.
After review, the Newcastle goalkeeper plays the ball and there is no foul. The final decision is
There is no foul. Mikel Arteta rubs his hands across his face and is laughing. Timber up the line. Chow is on the near side with Gyökeres. Back to Saka. Newcastle a bit stretched here. Very stretched. Rice with Trossard to his left, played in by Rice. Leandro Trossard hits the post. Trossard hits the post at the near side. Newcastle look to counter-attack. Joelinton to Gordon. It remains 0-0. Gordon on his way up the near side. Newcastle's left wing. Voltemada in the middle. Gordon cuts inside. Low curling shot straight at Ryan.
Got nothing on it though, did he?
That's what he's done. Calafiori sends it into the box. It's a bouncing ball, half cleared. Eza!
Oh, a save
again! Nick Pope has twice denied Eberechi Eza with brilliant saves. This time diving to his right, mid-height, firm hands from Pope to push it away. Newcastle 0, Arsenal 0. Somehow.
Well, deserves the credit because Saka's over hit the corner.
Well, maybe they were well marshalled in the middle. Nobody could get on the end of it.
Well, nobody in the middle is getting onto that where it landed.
Newcastle 0, Arsenal 0. The away side have had a penalty decision overturned after Jared Gillett thought Victor Gyökeres was fouled, but he looked at the monitor and changed his mind, and Leandro Trossard's hit the post. Dan Byrne gets up and heads on. He's in the Arsenal half. Maybe that was the instruction from Eddie Howe for Byrne to go forwards from goal kicks. Botman. Gordon was pulled back there as Arsenal headed it clear. Now Byrne chipping it in behind. Christian Mosquera across. Oh dear! He sliced his back pass and it's gone straight behind for a corner. Two on the edge of the area. Again, Byrne and Voltemada close to the goalkeeper. Bruno makes a run front post. It's gone short to Gordon. Back to Tonali. Here's the cross. Looking for Voltemada! Nick Voltemada! On the end of Tonali's cross after the short corner. And the big German gets another goal and another with his head. To get it into the right areas, goal-scoring areas. there was a foul, but Nick Baltamada has his second Newcastle United goal. And it's Newcastle United 1, Arsenal 0, very much against the run of play after 35 minutes.
Well, I said set pieces would play a huge part in it, didn't I? I said it could come down to set pieces. It's well worked, it's so well worked. They go short. The delivery from Tonali is brilliant. Great header.
Gordon. And it's Bruno, black and white stripes against Arsenal's red and white shirts. He kicks us underway, United shooting down the hill towards Gallagher end in the first half. In the second half, sorry, and so that 45 minutes, now 15 seconds old as Murphy and Livramento close down on the edge of the Arsenal area, away there by Calafiori. Tonali wins a header and Livramento gets turned away from Calafiori. Livramento plays in Murphy, right side of the penalty area. Baltamada surely! Oh! Nick Baltamada off the bar. Eddie Howe puts his hands on his head. I think they've given offside, have they? They've given offside, must be against Murphy.
Tell you what, he'd be relieved, Baltamada.
Well, it's a let-off for Arsenal, but also it gets Newcastle of a bit of a mess because Baltamada, it came to him slowly in the box, he had a touch, stabbed it towards goal. Joelinton dispossesses Eza. Jacob Murphy back of the centre circle. That's a good-looking ball by Murphy. There's two balls on the pitch, Newcastle playing on. Tonali for Gordon in the area. Gordon rolls it across the 6-yard box, just away from Baltamada. Arsenal with a back pass, which was a bit risky. They've been able to clear. Now Tonali dispossesses Eza, who recovers. He's done superbly well to recover. They've cleared the second ball off the pitch. Eza's pass out to Saka on the far side, now into Rice, edge of the penalty area. Trouble here with Trossard and the cross, and Eza over the top. Off balance, went for the spectacular shot. Next to him is calling out instructions, defensive instructions. Tonali with the free kick 30 yards out on the right, rolls it to Murphy. He whips over, a great ball into a good area, but it's an Arsenal head. Lovely curl on that one. Not too close to the keeper, but well defended. Gordon now taking on Saka, cuts in on his right, back to Joelinton, goes back on the outside. Joelinton, low shot. Joelinton, very nearly another Joelinton goal after 2 against Bradford in midweek. Cut back outside, went between players. Really does keep it moving, as does this man, Declan Rice. Timber to Saka, 2 to take on, back inside to Timber, space to run into, laid off to Eza, sidesteps one, Eza with a ball to the edge of the area, then Zubimendi chips it into the box and Nick Pope gets down to make a really important save at full stretch. Newcastle look to the assistant referee, maybe for offside, but it's a corner for Arsenal.
He's having one today, isn't he?
Dinked in.
He's having an absolute blinder.
Then headed down. Eza did so well, lay off to Zubimendi. Now who got the header? Trippier is also going to be introduced. It's going to be a triple change. Arsenal trying to equalise before then. They've lost an edge of the area. Jacob Murphy to Bruno. Murphy carries on his run. Bruno finds him. Jacob Murphy one-on-one with Raya in the area. Left side deflected and it's a corner. Murphy carried Newcastle's hopes there all the way into the box. And Raya didn't have to make the save because the deflection came in. Set piece. A short one to Eza and Odegaard back out to Rice. He sends in a delivery, it's there! It's a late equaliser from Arsenal and it's Mikel Merino, the former Newcastle player. And Newcastle scored from a very similar corner, worked short and put in for Baltamada in the first half. Newcastle get their noses in front again. They want a free kick for a challenge on Bruno, but he's got back up. Edge of the area, Bruno to Elanga. Anthony Elanga, could that be handball? Oh, big appeals for handball. Referee says play on. I wonder if they had a case for handball. The referee says wait. It was Elanga's shot. Oh, it's right up there and it's hit the arm.
That's a penalty.
That's got to be.
Got to be a penalty.
It's right up there and it's hit the arm. Well, I mean, Arsenal felt unlucky in the first half that theirs was overturned. Jared Gillett's still waiting, telling players to get away. Darren England is the VAR.
No, it's not given.
What? No handball. Left-footed corner kick dropped into the 6-yard box. Arsenal have scored. Nick Pope got stranded, and Arsenal have turned it around to potentially win in injury time. And Newcastle, like against Liverpool here at St James's last month, have been hit by a big blow right at the end of the game, and it looks like Gabriel, who's got his head to the ball, and they can't believe it. Now they can take the throw. Pope is on halfway, they haven't sent him forwards. Headed on by Byrne and away by Arsenal. Now Pope has to go and get the ball, but that's the last action. Newcastle United beaten at home in injury time for the second time this season in the Premier League. Dramatic disappointment. Arsenal turned it around after it looked as though they were going to record an impressive victory.